For yourself, Slim.
Number 16, Sir Zephyr. Been very disappointing, this horse, because of course he did run second in the AJC Derby, I think, last time.
Yes, the AJC Derby.
But, very, very poor run in the McKinnon and the previous run.
Not good.
I think maybe he'd make a decent hurdler. That's about all that's left for him.
No, he's a stallion, Dr. Turf. And have you ever seen a stallion across the jumps?
No.
There's that old familiar da-dunk, da-dunk, da-dunk.
I must say, I think the jumps racing's come along in leaps and bounds over the last few years.
The good thing about jumps racing is it keeps meat prices down.
Yes.
Which brings us to number 17, Irish Lord, 5-year-old gelding. A powerful run in the Dalgety, I must say, Dr. Turf.
What do you mean, powerful run? He had a lovely trail behind the leaders, and as soon as the pressure was applied, he spat the bit out.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe I was looking at a different horse. Maybe a different race.
Yes, I think you're from a different race.
Thank God. Well, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most well-bred racehorse owners in Australia would have to be the shadow leader of the Liberal Party, Andrew Peacock, and Trevor caught up with him. Trevor?
Thanks, Slim. Well, here we are on Derby Day talking to another interested racegoer, Andrew Peacock. How are you, Andrew?
I'm very well, but you're very excitable today.
And how are your fortunes today, mate?
Not too bad, but punting well in Sydney, not so well in Melbourne.
And you've had a chance to have a look at some of the Melbourne Cup horses? What's your tip?
Yes, although I've got to say, this year the New Zealand disease has taken over and a lot of the fancy candidates are not running on a Saturday.
I hope you haven't caught that New Zealand disease, mate.
Oh, no, that's indescribable. It only relates to horses and they're not running them today.
So what's your tip?
Well, as we talk now, it's in 3. So you can take a box trifecta if you like and you can't miss. Black Knight, Our Sophia and Tristo.
Black Knight, Our Sophia and Tristo. And any other advice for the punters?
Yeah, go easy. It's going to be a hard Melbourne Cup.
And remember, punters, Andrew Peacock says, when you're going down to have a bet, make sure you get the numbers right. Thanks, mate.
Do you still put conservatives in your jam, Slim?
Connie, what are you doing?
I'm just having my play lunch.
Can I have some?
No, you can't. There's no such thing as a free play lunch in this world.
But look, you shouldn't be eating lamingtons on the panel here anyway.
They're not Lamingtons, they're Flemingtons.
Number 18.
Asking for a free perk.
Number 18 is Cairo Corrie-May, a 6-year-old mare, 51.5 kilos in the Melbourne Cup. Loves a bog, and it was a bog track she did win on out there at Geelong.
Yeah.
If it rains, spare a thought for this mare.
If it rains, Cairo Corrie-May.
Which brings us to number 19, Dr. Turf.
Yes, Slim, number 19, Dusky Legend. Better run last time in the Werribee Cup, but he's only won one race in his life, and I really can't see him doubling his tally here.
Hasn't got a prayer in this. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
Yes. Dusky Legend is a battler, and there is a battler in the Melbourne Cup every year, so that we've got someone to feel sorry for. Trevor Marmalade caught up with one such human interest story during the week. Trevor?
Thanks, Slim. Well, here we are now with former crack apprentice, the hoop with the hands of lead, Titch Dudham. G'day, Titch.
G'day, Trev.
And Titch, you don't have a ride in the Melbourne Cup. Why not?
Wait, Trev. Wait. The scourge of the racing industry. Put a lot of top jockeys out of racing, Trev.
Well, Titch, let's have a look at the riding style that made you famous in the Riverina.
No worries, Trev. Whoa! Whoa, I said, whoa!
No, Titch, not how you got 6 months, how you got famous.
But I haven't got me battery with... All right, I'll give it a go anyway, Trev. Go, you mongrel! Go, go, go!
So, come on, trainers. If you need a strong rider for your cup fancy, get in touch with Titch.
Go!
Back to you, Slim.
Thank you, Trevor. Number 20 in the Melbourne Cup, Phil D. Roy. 5-year-old stallion, Phil D. Roy.
Excuse me, that is Fille de Roi, you Palestine. It means, would you sleep with me tonight?
No, thank you. No. Absolutely no.
Cafe.
And Phil de Roy, it's good to see he's in the Melbourne Cup. He almost didn't get a start, did he?
No, he just snuck in at the last minute, Slim, with the prize money.
But a great win in the Herbert Power, fabulous win in the Werribee Cup, and it's good to see him in. I think he can win this.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Well, I doubt it too. Yeah.
Now.
I definitely think he can win. I've gone for in the... no, I haven't. Number 21 is Our Sophia. Now, here's a horse that hasn't got a prayer. It came second in the Caulfield Cup, second in the Caulfield Stakes, second in the Grand Prix in Queensland. I don't know why it's not racing in Adelaide at the moment. But he's a mare, he's a 4-year-old mare. Mares have got a very bad
He's
record.
a 4-year-old mare. Unbelievable.
She's a mare. Actually, I thought Our Sophia was the sequel to House of Blood. Our Sophia, with me? With me or against me?
Against you.
Against you.
Well, I don't know about Our Sophia. I know she meets Tristark on better weight terms, but I think that Tristark is the better horse. Now, what do you think, Dr. Turfer?
I'm a lot more concerned about the way your head's going from side to side, Slim. I'm sorry.
Oh.
No, I don't think our Sophia's got a chance. What do you think, Docky?
I think she's got a fabulous chance,
Oh,
Connie.
well.
I think she's beautifully weighted, and I know mares haven't won many Melbourne Cups, but I think she might be the one for it.
Oh, well, it's difference of opinion. You say pyjamas, I say pyjamas. You know, we're different people, aren't we? Quite
well,
obviously.
imbecile,
Yes,
yeah, I'm
all
with
the
you.
same. I know what you mean. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, the Melbourne Cup, of course, we're talking about isn't just a Melbourne Cup, it's a national event. And we're going to cross via satellite to our Sydney correspondent, Mr. Elwick Eddy. Hello, Elwick.
Good evening, Slim, Con and Dr. Turf and turf speculators right round Australia. Yes, this is the cup that brings the nation together.
And what is the Sydney point of view of the big one, Elwick?
Well, Con, this spring Sydney horses have been far better than Melbourne ones. You've got Shankill Lass, you've got Drawn, you've got Handy Providence.
You got 30 seconds, Elwick.
Not to mention Rising Prince, the Bathurst bikie that made a Milpera massacre out of your Cox plate. No doubt, this year the Melbourne Cup winner will have outstanding Sydney form.
Like Maggie Tabberer, Elwick.
Yes, Con.
Elwick, what was the last Sydney Cup winner to win a Melbourne Cup?
Probably Carbine.
In?
1890.
Oh, fabulous strike rate, once every 95 years. Great.
Well, let's face it, what self-respecting New South Wales trainer would want to go to Melbourne anyway?
One who lived in Bathurst?
Viewers, the Melbourne Cup is a 2-mile midweek handicap run interstate.
Oh.
You must have a bet, perhaps the best runs in the Sydney Carnival, where I'm a prince in the Sydney Cup and Silver Award in the AJC Derby.
Where exactly are you getting this information from, Elwick? From your little mate up in Sydney? We don't have little mates down here in Melbourne. We have big mates. And if you keep incinerating that your horses are better than our horses, our big mates are going to go up to Sydney and thump your little mates.
Well, the Melbourne handicap has already thumped Silver Award with 52.5 kilograms, but he's got Mick Dittman on board, and aren't the Sydney jocks proving so superior, eh?
Dittman, he's been known to